Hi everyone, Christian here, and today I want to talk to you about Psychomagic. If you follow the guidances on YouTube and IGTV, you know about Psychomagic by now. If you haven't wanted to try it from the guidances because you wanted to know a little bit more, then this is the chance for me to tell you a little bit more. So to start, Psychomagic is the life's work, the discovery, the person that really puts this in the map is Alejandro Jodorowsky. Chilean, French, Mexican author, spiritual teacher, actor, director. The guy I like to call Alejandro the another version of Thoth Hermes because of his wisdom and the way he has to do things. But that's just me. But anyways, he brings this thing called psychomagic into the realms and into life. And what psychomagic is an aspect of therapy. So it is traditionally coupled with psychotherapy. And you would go back into a person's issue, you'll find the blockage or the wound that needs to be healed at whatever level, and then psychomagic functions as an act that, when done with intention and action, it's going to have a conversation with the unconscious memory or the Akashic record. And whatever egregor you're trying to work with, whatever you're trying to unify or heal, becomes integrated right there in that act. So, now I'm going to break this down a little bit more because if we look at psychomagic traditionally, then you're talking about this therapy that has to have a counseling session, and we need to dig deep into the family tree and so on and so forth. So in my practice, in my research, in my work with clients and myself, I have come to realize that you can use psychomagic in three ways. You can use psychomagic as an act that helps you precipitate something, that helps you manifest, create alchemy, and start a bit of an earthquake for things to happen. So, example. So, let's say someone has having issues sleeping. At night, I go to sleep, I can't relax, my brain is going a mile a minute. I'm thinking of this, I'm thinking of that, I cannot settle to sleep. So then, in talking to the unconscious memories, like, okay, I need an action with the intention to go to sleep. Well, what do I do? Okay, so I print out a picture of a human brain, just a drawing or a rendition. Print that out, and before I go to bed, I go ahead and I take that picture and I rub it all over my brain. And I say, thoughts go to sleep at night. So there is my action, and that tells the unconscious memory, hey, at night when I lie down, we sleep. So I take that piece of paper, I fold it up, I put it in a box, and I put a black crystal on top of it overnight. And people have been able to sleep. And they've been able to dream and not be bothered or harassed in the middle of the night and waking up over thinking stuff. So that alone precipitates the energy for you to be able to create something. So it's a way of manifestation in a way that happens very quickly because of the intention and the action that happens right there. In traditional manifestation, you have to put it out there with your voice, and then eventually you're going to get the opportunity for action. But the thing is, if you have the affirmations, if you have the mantras, if you have anything and everything, and when your time for action shows up and you flake, then it's not going to happen. You can walk around saying, I am whole, I am happy, I am complete. When the chance to be whole, happy, and complete shows up and you go, I'm afraid, then there is no action. There is no act. You go back to square one. We can use psychomagic as a collective. So we can find an issue or something that we're trying to work on collectively. And through that intention and that action that each one of us does individually, that works into that collective egregor to give that experience and work through that karma or work through that we're trying to achieve. So, and this has been said time in and time out in the magic literature, in scripture, in whatever. When a group of you get together with intention and action, and you're aligned, each one of your individual actions will create a something that eventually culminates into that collective change and that collective magic. So that's the second aspect in which you can use psychomagic. The third aspect is the deeper aspect. It's the aspect that goes into genealogy and metagenealogy. And when you have someone with a blockage or someone with an issue and we're trying to move past that, then we work backwards. We work backwards, well, when did it start? Or what precipitated this particular problem or this particular feeling that you are holding on to or this particular blockage? And then we start to work backwards and we start to look at relationships, the mother, the father. This is where genealogy comes in. Then you find the moment of shock. And what was the moment of shock? The moment of shock was when the brain decided, or the unconscious and the brain decided that this is a problem. I need to create this belief so this person can be shielded from experiencing this anymore. And then that's how a limiting beliefs then becomes your experience. It's what I call living your illness. So then we'll do a work of magic that what it does is through intention, through action, actually clears that unconscious memory, clears that blockage, and you can start to move forward suit. And the thing with psychomagic is that it has the incantation aspect of it, the stuff that needs to be said. And then it also has the symbolic aspect. There's a lot of symbolism. If you want to go to sleep because you're thinking too much, the symbol is the brain. You're going to see on one of the upcoming guidances, if you're trying to light up your internal fire, then you're going to take a picture of a flame. You're going to color it the color you think your fire is, and you're going to rub it all over your body, and you're going to go ahead and merge with that divine fire. And then you're going to act on that, because it's going to go ahead and let the unconscious memory know that, hey, this is ready to go, this is clear, let's remove that and move on to what's next. That's no longer a limitation, that's been cleared. So psychomagic has the power to do that. It's an alchemy, it's a very powerful alchemy that you can go ahead and use to precipitate things in different ways. I love, it's not for everybody. I love using it in sessions with clients if they're ready to do that, if they're ready to fathom the stuff that they're facing and why, and how we can go ahead and change it. So it isn't just we're manifesting something in imagination or whatever. We are creating it. We are acting on it. And we're acting on it in a way, shape, or form that Joe Blow down the street would say that it's crazy because it doesn't make sense. But to the Akashic record, to the unconscious memory, in that frequency, it makes sense. And it brings about the healing, and it brings about the perspective, and it starts to move things. And it is in the movement that you go ahead and do what you need to do. So I hope that I have explained psychomagic, sort of how I use it in my practice and what I believe it is. Obviously, Alejandro is going to have his own way. His son's going to have his own way. You know, I've had the chance to work with the Jodorowskys and take in on that perspective. So that's psychomagic. If you have any questions, go ahead and shoot me a message. I'm happy to speak more. If you want to try out some of the psychomagic acts that are just to precipitate, check out the guidances on YouTube. I think we're going to go on to number 3 this week. It's going to be a good one. And other than that, yeah, I look forward to connecting if you want to connect. Have a great day.